Welcome to the All About TRH podcast, aka All About the Truth. Today we go over the hottest trending topics from this week, including Melissa Gorgas' sister shading Teresa Giudice's daughters yet again, plus recap the latest Real Housewives of New York City episode. Hi, Chantal.
Hey, Roxanne.
Happy Monday.
I know.
I feel like on Mondays, I always start off when it's just you and I feel like
I know.
On Mondays, and whenever we do podcasts like super early in the morning, we sound so stuffy. Because I'll listen back to it, I'm like, why do I sound that stuffy? And it's because we wake up so early to do these, and before we get to work and stuff.
That's so true.
I'm like, I literally listen back and I'm like, this is cringe. Anyways, Chantal and I had a weekend from hell. So we're going to actually talk about it. And I'm sorry, you can forward it if you don't want. But Chantal, tell us what you did this weekend.
Wait, why am I blinking?
You're exhausted. You're like deceased,
basically.
basically.
Oh my God, that's why I'm blinking. So my sister went out of town and she wanted me to watch her 6-month twins.
Yeah.
And I don't like doing this. I'm not a mother. I don't like doing these things, but I do them because that's what family is for. And I was exhausted all weekend. Like yesterday was my first time having a good night's sleep. And I don't know how you mothers do it.
Yeah, Chantal, I kept calling in and checking on her, and she was like, this is just miserable. But Chantal gets in these, because Chantal's done that for Charlie, for my daughter. And when I got on to town, and Chantal does not like being at other people's home. Like she wants to be comfortable in her own home, and she doesn't like a routine. It
feels
her
like
depression vibes.
Yeah, it feels like cabin fever, and I just want to get out. And all I know is you bitches, okay? You guys owe me when I have kids. I'm gonna drop my kids off once a year to all of yours' houses and be like, take them.
I
Bye.
know. I would love that because for me, I have kids, so it's like a distraction for my kids and
Yeah.
stuff. So I actually like that and I encourage that. But yeah, no, I totally appreciate all that. When's the last time you babysat my kids? It's been a while though.
I know. When did I?
You really haven't, but I do. I think you're going to babysit my kids for when I have that wedding.
Oh, no. What wedding?
Let's talk about this off camera. Yeah. So, and then, so she was just like dying. Like I would call her and everyone always asks me, they're like, you have little kids. Like, how are you able to talk so much to Chantal? Because you say you talk to her so much. And I kept trying to call Chantal during this and she wasn't able to talk to me. So I'm like, why aren't you able to figure it out?
Because there was 2 twins or 6 months. Like they need everything and more. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And then, but then it was something that was really funny. So I am in marriage classes, and and on Thursday, I think I called you right away. So you know.
Well, wait, with marriage? Oh my gosh, yes, let's talk about this. Wait, just so we know, can we explain? Like, you're not in marriage class for like a therapy session.
Oh no, yeah. So like in our church, you have to do these marriage classes to get married in the church. So I was in marriage class, and then someone comes up to me, she's like, "I'm your biggest fan," and I was like, "No way!" Like so, right away we were bonding over that. She listens to our show, and it was so freaking cute.
Yeah, it's so funny because, like we've said, we have like a small community, but like everyone knows everyone, and it's so awkward sometimes when we think that other people like from here listen to us. It's so nice, but it's like, oh my gosh, because we say wild and out stuff.
I know her name was Lynn, so hey Lynn. But she said she looked at Val and was like, I know so much about you, like, or just like joking around about it, or she like knew my voice, so it was really funny.
I know. I'm sure there's like so many more that we don't even know of, and it's like, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. I need to start watching what I say. But that's so amazing. That's so cool that she even came up to you and said that. I'm sure that made you feel good.
It was just it was really fun.
Yeah. So my weekend from hell started with Saturday. I crashed my car.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's not fun. I literally was pulling out of our pool club and my daughter, my oldest, she's trying to test me and they know how to buckle themselves and she wasn't buckling and I was like, buckle your bottom. And I turned and I was like, buckle your bottom. And I don't know why I like went to make a left and I hit someone. I felt so bad. And this is the weirdest part, you guys. So tell me what you think about this.
No, this is the weirdest
Oh my
thing I've
gosh.
ever heard in my life.
First off, I'm in a bikini, okay, like just ratchet. And I get out and I'm like, and my kids are like, my oldest is like kind of scared because she feels like, oh my gosh, it's probably, I don't know. But I was like, I told my kids it was fine. I was like, oh my gosh, I just like hit someone, like, just don't worry, don't cry. And I got out and I scratched their car and like this lady, and I was like, are you guys okay? I'm so sorry. And I'm just like, damn it. Like, not only is my day ruined, I just ruined their whole day. And she's like, I have to drop my son to his job and he's going to be late now. She was honestly nice. Like, she was nice. And she's like, I was like to her, so I said to her, and like her car, she could drive it, but she was like, I said to her, I don't know. I felt so bad. So I'm like, do you want me to drive him? I'll drive him to his job. And I was like, I'll come back and I'll just drive him. And she was like, yeah, okay. I was like, do you want to come in the car? Cause I don't want you to feel like I'm gonna do something with your son. Like, I don't know. And then she was gonna come, but then I have all car seats and a stroller and everything for the pool club. So I was like, wait, I have no room for you. So I literally drop her son to his job. He's like 16, 17. He's not saying a word. And I'm like, yeah, like, I'm just like, okay, can you give me your mom's number just in case? Like, whatever. And he gives that to me. And then he like I drop him and then he just like walk. And my youngest, Slow, my middle child, she's like, who is this? I'm like, oh my gosh. And I drop him and I was like, thank you. And he just looks at me and I'm like, oh my gosh. So that
No,
was
I'm
so awkward.
sorry. The when Roxanne told me this story, I was like, you just hit somebody, and then she's trusting you to drop her son off to work. I would never let my kid go in your car after you just hit me.
I know. I was so scared to call my husband. Like, I remember back in the day, I'd be so scared to call my dad. And
Yeah.
whenever something happened, and now it's like my husband, and he actually was super kind about it, which is shocking because last year I actually backed up into his car and I hit both mine and his car.
You're the worst driver.
I know. And I was like, so I don't drive very much. I don't go anywhere, but I was like, keep in mind, the pool club is 2 minutes from my house and this whole thing happened. And so, and he had walked home with my son. And so, God, it was just the worst, you guys. Then the next day, I go and I wake up early to go get coffee and I spill the coffee all over me. And I had to go back to Tim Hortons and order another coffee. And they were like, weren't you just here? I'm like, yeah, I spilled my coffee.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
I don't know. I feel like there's like, is there like that the one who leaves a review taken? Do you have like an eye on me?
There's like bad juju for us.
Yeah, like, do you have something on me for, like, things to happen? I don't know, but Chantal, stop, like, clicking on the mouse, like, I cannot stand noise.
I know, I know. Go ahead.
Alright, so should we get into some hot topics?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So, I wanna start off by talking about Melissa Gorga's backyard. So, we put this up, go on allabouttrh.com. So, Melissa Gorga gets, like, this lavish backyard. Of course, she releases it with, like, HD professional photos. And the backyard, to me, is beautiful. Like, great job.
Gorgeous.
There's like a pool, there's like, like the day beds, or what are those beds? Canopy beds and
Cabanas, cabanas.
cabanas, yeah. Canopy beds.
We know who's bougie, who's not.
Yeah, right. There's cabana beds and there's all that stuff. And I'm like, wow, this looks like Teresa's backyard. And Melissa would just be the sister-in-law from hell for me because so Teresa moves into a house that already has a stunning backyard that basically looks like a resort. I'm sure she added some things, but it has a stunning backyard that literally looks like a resort. It's so beautiful. And Melissa, she's had several houses. Again, I'm rewatching Jersey, like they constantly like have a house or a rental house. And she's had houses and she's just had a pool. She's had nothing more, just a pool. Like no cabanas, no like resort style type of backyard, just a pool. Because at the end of the day, Jersey and Michigan, where we're from, like we have the same weather. You get 3 months of good weather, so you could only use the pool for 3 months. But they also have a Jersey Shore house that has a pool and probably spend majority of the summer at the Jersey Shore on the weekend. So like, why go and spend, a ton of money on a backyard like that will like look like a resort, just like Teresa's, when you're not even going to be there a lot. And if Melissa did this with her last house, like made a resort style backyard, I would understand. But I just feel like Melissa tries to keep up so much And it's like constantly like loan after loan after loan. Like, let's take out 500,000. Let's take out who wants to live like that? Like, we're already in like a recession. Everything sucks. So like, who wants to live like that?
Yeah, to me, it's more about like we know that they have issues with paying people. We know they have issues with probably money. So it's like you're gonna go out and
And
get this like
everything
lavish.
and collecting loans. Like everything is like a loan. It's not like they pay 100% in cash. Like that's a different story. You have so much money that you're paying in cash, whatever. But everything is like a loan.
I wonder if it was the same company that did both backyards. Cause you know, sometimes like there's the best of the best in like these cities and they all have that same style.
Well, I wouldn't know because it's not like Teresa did that. Like she moved into
Yeah,
a
no, I
home that
know.
has a resort style backyard. So of course Melissa's that. And if you go back, this is like so petty stuff, but as I'm watching season 3, 4, and 5, if you go back, like even the way Teresa would dress her kids, when Melissa got her girl, like she finally got her girl, like Melissa did the same thing. She would dress it just like how Teresa dressed her kids. And, it's just like little things like that that would really, really irk me, especially because it's not like Melissa's like complimentative towards Teresa. She would always like throw shade. So it's not like, even when Melissa came to the housewarming party where she's like, wow, this is beautiful. This is like a nice house. Like nothing like that. None of that happened. So I don't know. She's just such a freaking hater. And I just think she literally did that to just keep up with Teresa. And maybe it's Joe. No, actually, it's Melissa. It's definitely Melissa.
I
Joe,
think it's
too,
both
though.
for sure.
Yeah, Joe, too. He's like
But
so
like they
insecure.
they did just build like a nice like well actually it wasn't that nice but they just built a house so I'm sure for resale value they want like this badass backyard so one day if they do sell it like they can
Chantel,
have
if
that.
you just put a pool in, you're good. You just need to put a pool in and you'll get. And first off, if you actually, I mean, I don't know, maybe in Michigan though, we know for sure that they say like a pool doesn't add value to your house at all because a pool is so much to deal with. Like every day there's issues or whatever. So in Michigan, at least, like they always, like realtors always tell us that a pool doesn't add value to your house.
Yeah, I know but like that like is amazing like though that
Sure,
backyard
yeah.
you don't even need the motherfucking pool let's put some heaters
Well,
let's go.
yeah. Well, they kind of had to do that because their house is kind of weird looking. So they're like, all right, so how can we, make
Make
sure
sure.
that, yeah, like, so I get why they do that, why they did that. Chantel, do you have I have another hot topic, but I know you have a hot topic.
Yeah, so if you guys remember Leah Black from The Real Housewives of Miami, like seasons 1 through 3, right? I think that's what she was on.
Hmm.
And I think also Candy from Real Housewives of Atlanta, they're slamming Bethany for going after Bravo / NBC Universal.
Yeah,
They
go on
just,
allabouttrh.com for full story.
yes, I think they just feel like that. Why are you, biting the hand that fed you? But I also think, I could read the quotes. Do you want me to read the quotes that they said?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, so Leah told Page Six she should be grateful. She made a ton of money and became very influential because of her association with Bravo. I can't even wrap my head around anyone being so ungrateful for the opportunity that they want to see the person that gave it to them. And then Candy kind of said the same thing. She said it wouldn't make any sense for me to be part of that. To me, if I'm working with somebody and I feel like they're not doing something if they're doing something that they shouldn't be doing, I address it right there and then.
Vitamins are essential for the proper growth and development of all children. But if your kid's like mine, then you understand a picky eater who most likely doesn't get enough nutrients. I have tried to find the right vitamin for years. It literally took until my oldest turned 4 that I had a talk with my pediatrician, and he suggested Haya Vitamins, telling me that it's his favorite because it has no sugar and so many other benefits. I didn't even realize vitamins have sugar or artificial ingredients. I'm still learning every day, but I was so excited about this product after I did my own research. What I found is that Haya Vitamins prides itself on using clean, high-quality ingredients specifically selected to meet the nutritional needs of children. Formulated with the help of nutritional experts, Haya is pressed with a blend of 12 organic fruits and veggies. Thank God, because my kids lack that. Then supercharged with 15 essential vitamins and minerals, including vitamin D, B12, C, zinc, folate, and many others to help support immunity, energy, brain function, mood, concentration, teeth, bones, and more. The best part, as mentioned before, is that it's free of sugar. It's also non-GMO and gluten-free and free of heavy metals. It's made with organic fruits and vegetables and third-party tested. We've worked out a special deal with Haya for their best-selling children's vitamin. Receive 50% off your first order, and just to claim this deal, you must go to hayahealth.com/TRH. This deal is not available on their regular website. Go to HIYA
HEALTH.com/TRH and get your kids the full body nourishment they need to grow into healthy adults.
EveryPlate is my new weekly routine. They make it so convenient with all the choices, especially with their new dinner to lunch dishes. Cook once, eat twice, with tasty filling meals for both dinner and lunch the next day. Each recipe is carefully crafted to ensure that the ingredients can be easily repurposed so you won't feel like you are just eating leftovers. Sign me up. Plus, save time making lunch on busy weekdays with most of the work done at dinner. Try new favorites such as sweet soy chicken tacos, plus chicken stir fry, chicken sausage flatbreads, and more. All available for a slight upcharge for a limited time only. Make the sustainable choice this August. EveryPlate offsets 100% of their delivery emissions, and their meals have 31% lower carbon footprint on average than supermarket meals on the same portion. Plus, nearly all packaging materials are curbside recyclable in most areas in the US. With the busy season just around the corner, you can count on EveryPlate to make meal times easier without compromising on quality. EveryPlate recipe includes only the highest quality ingredients, including sustainably sourced seafood that meets the Monterey Bay Aquarium seafood rankings, so you know your meals will be fresh and flavorful. EveryPlate is another date night with my fiance. Hey. At first, I was skeptical, thinking meal kits might be expensive, but now I'm convinced you can get the same deliciousness at much lower price. Get started with EveryPlate for just $1.49 per meal by going to everyplate.com/podcast and entering code 49TRH. That is $1.49 per meal, and that is at everyplate.com/podcast and entering the code 49TRH for the Real Housewives and the truth. Thank you.
Yeah, I see both sides, and it's easy for Candy to say, it's so easy for Candy to be like, I address it then and there. Okay, but you also risk losing your job if you address it and say, and you, because you can come
And
off
you have all these,
entitled.
yeah, and you have all these things that you can fall back on, where some of these
Yeah,
people are not. But also, two things can be true. She can go after somebody that she can be grateful, and also go after somebody. She was grateful. She never made it seem like she is not grateful
yeah.
for the opportunity, but she also does back her own self and say, I think she just recently said this on her own like little
But
rant
she's
that she
also
does on
taken
Instagram.
advantage of.
And I also think Bethany will say, like, listen, I was going to get somewhere regardless. That's just how I was. This
Right.
platform helped me for sure. And she is grateful to that. But she can also I think what she's trying to do is help people, that the people that are not making the money that she's making. She's really going after the people that have been on for 3, 5 seasons that don't have this like crazy business career that they made out of it. She's helping those people out.
I feel like she would have also done this way like sooner if it wasn't for her relationship with Andy Cohen, but they're on the outs right now, so she doesn't care. So, they were so close. They had a really great relationship, so I feel like if they were on the outs, sooner, then she would have done that way back then. But now she has no ties to anything.
Yeah, and I also think with everyone in Hollywood and the strikes that are happening with, everything in Hollywood, I think this is what's bringing it up and saying, no, like reality stars should be getting paid more too.
I agree because at the end of the day, I rather watch like reality shows than any other show.
People are going to hate us.
I know, but I
Well,
mean, I
actually,
like
no,
it.
not the listeners. The listeners
But yeah,
love
I mean,
reality.
like I like some of those. Like I like the morning show with Jennifer Aniston, like those type of shows, yes. But like I really don't really watch many series or anything anymore. I mean, we used to like crazy, but not anymore. So yeah, I can see both sides with it.
Yeah.
So, oh wait, also guys, so tomorrow we're going to be releasing, we're going to be releasing tomorrow our interview with Leanne Locken from the Real Housewives of Dallas. She's an OG. Even if she was fired from the show, even if you guys and then it got canceled. Even if you guys didn't watch Dallas, listen to the interview because she talks about everything, with Andy production, all that stuff, her experience. So even if you didn't watch Dallas, she was like the OG. She was the breakout star of the show. She made it. Listen to that episode, okay? So just make sure you guys listen to it.
It was really good. She was so much fun. I mean, we'll talk about our experience after you guys listen to it,
Yeah.
but she was awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so another hot topic that I had that irked me, and we have so many messages that we need to respond to. So after this, I'll absolutely respond to messages.
Yeah, I
But
had no time this weekend at
I
all.
know, yeah, this weekend was a lot. So, so this weekend was Antonia's birthday. And it was all filmed, by the way. So it's
Oh,
Antonia's birthday.
revenge filming, huh?
Yeah. Well, no, it's so interesting because Antonia's birthday is filmed. She turned 18 years old, and of course, Melissa's sister Lisa. Honestly, Melissa's sister Kim is not like Melissa's sister Kim just seems like she's living her life and she doesn't get that involved unless she feels like super, super protective over her sister. But she doesn't like throw shade. Maybe in the beginning she did, but as I went back, Kim really doesn't get involved. Like it seems like Kim is very busy in her life, whereas in Lisa, kind of lives through Melissa. Like
Is it
Lisa,
Lisa or Lisa? I don't even know her name.
no, it's Lisa, but it's spelled with a Y. Which Y?
Okay.
No, actual Y though.
Literally.
Yeah. And Lisa's the one with the daughters who have a big mouth too. Kim's daughters aren't
Oh,
like that. Yeah, Kim's daughters aren't like that. So it's like, oh, okay, it makes
interesting,
sense. Like
guys.
literally makes
Hmm.
sense. So, anyways, they celebrated Antonia's birthday, and Lisa, she makes a post and she comments and says, in the caption says, "My godchild, how are you 18? I love you so much. I'm so proud of how you have weathered the storm of growing up on national TV. You have shown us nothing but grace. You have never said a negative thing about any of these crazy situations that you have been thrown into. I'm always here for you and I love you." What?
Oh my gosh.
Why are you it's your daughter's or your godchild's 18th birthday. Why are you bringing up the show? She's a beautiful girl. She has so many accomplishments. She's going to college. What does the show have to do with anything? Bravo doesn't even air Antonia like that. We barely see her.
And you know what? Send that on a text message private to her if that's what you wanted to. That's the birthday message you want to give her.
But she wants attention. She
I
knows that she's
know.
gonna stir stuff up, and it's like, it's not good attention, so I don't get it. Like, you're gonna have 2 people who agree with you, and the rest of the people are gonna be like, "You could have done this and not really brought up the show because there's so much else to focus on." So, I was like I was just so grossed out by her that she would even do that.
I'm so shocked right now.
It's just they're so obsessed with Teresa and because they're it's kind of like giving a dig at Teresa's daughters. And
Yeah,
that's how
because
people can take it.
exactly.
Yeah. She should have never mentioned any of that. I mean, they just put a lot of energy into Teresa, and it comes off as obsessed. It's giving obsessed, okay? And I can't take it anymore. And it's so awkward because Lisa and them will do this all the time, and then all of a sudden Melissa gets good with Teresa, which I don't think is going to happen. But Melissa gets good with Teresa, and then what happens with Lisa? It's awkward for her, like she's in the out. So it's so stupid. It's so dumb. And if that was me, if I was Antonia, I'd be like, Auntie, like, just don't. Like, I don't want to be involved in this. Don't bring up the show. I'm good with my cousins. Antonia is good with her cousins. They've seen each other. They're good right now. Melania even commented on it and said, "Happy birthday, beautiful." Like, they're good. And that's just going to cause more tension between the cousins. Why
Yeah,
are you doing that?
she's jealous.
No, Teresa and Teresa's family lives rent free in their head. So yeah, so she did that and she got so much backlash. So what did she start doing? So people started commenting and messaging, and Lisa started messaging people telling them to shut the F up and then blocking them. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. She started personally messaging people saying shut the F up, and then she would block them on social media. And then what does
She
Lisa do?
bored.
So bored. So what does Lisa do? Lisa goes and she makes a story of the cameras, like the Bravo producers and the editors, and then she writes, "And so it begins, dot dot dot." Again, I have never in my life seen someone who isn't on the show be as involved. Like, think about Orange County, Beverly Hills, any of that. Their family never does this because it's giving desperate. Like, it really, really is. Like, I don't
Like,
understand. You're not a part of the show.
yeah, what are you gonna do? Sit there and be around a table with Melissa and talk shit about Teresa? We've seen that over the years. It's old.
Yeah,
Bye.
and I know for a fact that the production didn't like Lisa and Kim, so they had to kind of step back, and Melissa had to start filming with other people like friends. But the thirst is so real. So apparently, when Lisa posted that, they were at Antonia's 18th birthday, and I just could see the scene now. They 100% felt like they had to bring up Teresa's name at Antonia's birthday because they know that's the only way Bravo might air it. Melissa is still very salty that Antonia's Sweet 16 never made it because Melissa had promised vendors vendors that it would air because, she did get a lot of discounts and free things. So she's like, guess what? Bravo's airing it. But because, it was like a big party where there wasn't like intimate conversations about Teresa, Bravo never aired it. They filmed it, but they never aired it. So with this, I can guarantee you they now know we need to bring Teresa up. And if they did bring Teresa up at her 18th birthday dinner, that's disgusting to me.
100%.
I just don't even know why Melissa's sister is posting about, the show at Antonia's 18th birthday celebration dinner.
I'm like, it's so sad that we can't invite your only sister to this because what things are like. No, it's sad because you made it sad.
Yes, it's again thirsty as hell, and I don't know, but I guarantee I'm calling this now. We're gonna listen back, if this does air, and I guarantee the only way that Bravo will truly air it is if Teresa's name is brought up. Now, maybe not because I'm saying this, and the producers are like, "Let's switch it up." I don't know.
No, I don't think you're that. I don't think.
I don't know.
I don't think they're
know.
gonna listen to us that much.
Jersey is a little scarce here to me. But yeah, that's the other hot topic, and it's just so cringe. Lisa needs to be more like Kim and just stay out of the bullshit because she's too old to be dealing this, and you're not even getting paid. You're not getting paid. So
exactly.
Step back, girl. I get you're protective of your sister, but it's too much. All of these people that are on the show have siblings, and they don't act like you. Melissa can handle herself. Let it be known. We've seen it. So she doesn't need you to back her up. I know Melissa doesn't. The reason that Lisa and Kim and all of these people, not Kim as much, but the reason Melissa has her aunt and her sisters always backing her up because Melissa doesn't have fans. She has like 2 fan accounts, but she doesn't have, and Frank Catania said that the fan accounts are freaking Melissa's friends. Like, I don't know why he would say that, but he did. And the reason that Melissa likes it is because Teresa's fans, her tree huggers, they will I don't know, they back her up like no one in the world can. So Teresa doesn't even need to say anything because she has the most loyal fans who are so passionate about Teresa, where Melissa doesn't have that. So that's why Melissa allows this, the last 10, 12 years.
It's getting boring.
Yeah, it really is. No one wants to see it again. So again, there's going to be a huge cast shakeup, and so
after you're saying the season,
someone said to us, they said, "Can you not give us spoilers about this current season filming?"
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah, I know. So I was like, okay, well, they were like, we just want to know, and we don't want to know too much. Because remember with Beverly Hills, where Lisa Rinna kept doing that?
No, she kept giving people what's going to happen.
No, she kept speaking to whatever. I don't know. She just kept speaking to people, and it kept going out there, and we heard that it was from Lisa. So I don't know, but they were like, you know too much. Just let us kind of ride it out and watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do then with that. But
well,
yeah.
I mean, if it's something crazy, when we know what that was going to happen at the finale or something, and we know that they're going to twist it, we'll talk it through once the season airs.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be some things we'll bring up, but we won't say too much then. But yeah, so that is all our hot topics. Did you watch New York, Chantal?
Yes, I did.
What did we think?
Yeah, no. So last episode and this episode is getting way better. So I'm here for it. And it's they didn't even complain really at all these episodes. So I'm just okay, we're they're maybe it's a holiday time. They're feeling a little bit more free. They're feeling more comfortable around the cameras. So yeah, I'm digging it.
Well, I can't get over Bryn's story because I just can't
imagine
as a child feeling the way she did. And I know so many children experience something like that, and it breaks my heart because I know, so I'm not trying to judge people who do this to kids, but it's just, I don't know, a kid having that type of trauma and me being a mom, my heart can't handle any of this stuff. I hate seeing stuff like this. And then when she talks about her dad, it was just all so much. But I learned something from Bryn, and she reminded people that at the end of the day, no matter what you go through, you choose happiness, and it feels so much better when you choose that. And sometimes we need that reminder when we stress over little things.
Yeah, it was so beautiful, and we really do. There's certain things in your life that you can't help, but what she did is saying, I'm going to make my life better, even though no one could do it for me when I was a kid.
Amazing. I love that.
And I think it really was what the ladies needed. It was someone to open up so they break down the walls and, they just kind of feel a little bit more real and like, hey, we can be friends. Like I'm telling you stuff like that happened that was traumatic in my life.
Right. Yeah. And then, so Jessel, we find out she's going to be hosting a quote casual cocktail event. And I was so excited to see the amazing things she does because, she just gives me that type of vibe that everything is so incredible or she'll hate it. But Erin brings up Jessel calling her a cackling hag. And I truly don't think the cackling hag thing is a big deal.
Me either. And I really agree with her. Like Brits say, like we've heard this so many times, especially in reality shows. Brits are just a little bit more like blunt. They say things how they want, and it wasn't that big of a deal. Someone called me a cackling hag. Like, okay, great, and get over it. But the way that Erin like slid it in was just so iconic.
I
She's so funny.
know. But I don't know. I just feel like it's a little bit more petty than I expected. But I like Erin. But I think Erin was reaching with this comment, but I just think Erin feels like fed up. She's so annoyed at Jessel. And Erin does bring up how miserable Jessel was at her house during that conversation, too. So you can just tell there's been a number of things that Jessel has done that is
Yes.
bothering her.
But then she should be the one to say, like, let's talk about it. Like, I didn't like how you were a guest in my home and how you did these things. And she just kind of is like going to start throwing these digs in and like trying to get the ladies to like, think a certain way of her as well, which is I'm not liking.
Well, they show us Jessel complaining, just saying she wants to be with her kids. And then Jessel tells the ladies that it's the second time she has been without her kids. And I could relate to that. She's a first time mom. But then Bryn says, well, she checked on Jessel that night and found out Jessel was going out. So you complain all weekend and then you go home and you're leaving a couple hours later. Like you're literally going out. Like for me, I would truly, if I felt that way, I'd want to snuggle with my kids. I don't want to leave my house. So when I found that out, I'm like, what?
I guarantee you though, she like came home, saw the kids go to sleep at a certain time, and then she like went out after. Like, I'd be exhausted if I was her to do that.
I
but
don't know. But still, like then you have to get ready and that's a process. So like your kids are awake during that, So I don't know. I can relate to, by the way, Sai a little with the whole influencer stuff. Not that I'm an influencer, but I do have a mom account. And again, I work full time, so I can never do what she does. But I will get campaigns and like I just work directly with Meyer. And I don't think people realize how much work and time goes into that. So to see her be so successful with it, I think it's amazing.
yeah, I think so too.
I think
like,
we like you think influencer and you're like, ugh, okay. But behind the scenes, Chantel knows behind the scenes because I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to do this. I need to do this. And I'm like always stressing about them. So for her to be as successful and blow up like she did, I think that's amazing. So great job,
absolutely.
Ty.
Mm-hmm.
Even when Jessel and Erin meet, her cappuccino order was annoying to me. But I don't drink that. But did you notice that?
I didn't think it was that bad, but yeah, she's just so funny. I have a lot to say about the situation.
Yeah.
Like I have a lot to say because I mean, I didn't grow up with money, but and like more recently, like I did this like South Africa trip and I was with a bunch of people and I do would like to wear nicer things and the whole time and okay, like let me tell you, they played this thing called let's see how this person was in high school. And the way they made me seem like what I was in high school, that like my daddy gave me my job and I worked in my daddy's business and I had this like nice car and all these things that were like the farthest from the truth. You know how I grew up. My dad was a butcher. I like literally drove a Ford. Like I didn't have money, I had to work for it. And just because someone likes to wear nice things now doesn't mean they're acting like a princess.
So you're saying that Jessel isn't a princess.
I'm
Like how
saying she
Erin is claiming.
isn't. Yes, I don't think she's
Wow.
acting that
Oh my
way.
gosh. Well, Chantel, you grew up, yes, differently, but you also don't have a personality like Jessel at all.
But I'm telling you, when I went to this like trip with these strangers, they all thought that I was this like bougie girl that came from daddy's money, and I was like, damn, what energy am I giving off that they do think that? Because I don't think I act like that.
Well, you
And
are so successful, but again, you're self-made.
but so is Jessel. She was explaining it to us. She came here and she's self-made. I mean, unless like we end up finding
Again,
out
your
her.
personality is so different
Yeah,
from
I
her.
know.
And like Chantel, again, I've always said this. In my life, Chantel is the most loved maybe not daughter because your mom's a psycho, but she's the most loved cousin, the most loved friend, the most loved sister, the most loved, like everyone relies on her. So I just think you have such a different personality than Jessel, where if someone did think that about Jessel, it's like, oh, it makes sense. But yeah, I mean, you were in South Africa, so I don't know.
No, it
But
was with people from here though. But it just, I do think people
yeah.
can give off energy. I mean, like, I think like the lady said, like if someone said I had old money, they'd be happy about that, like in being called that. And like, yeah, it would be a compliment. So I think she needs to relax a little bit, like getting mad about someone calling her that. But I also think, she didn't come from money. She's not acting like she's better than you at the same
But
time.
then Chantel, they talk about Tribeca. Did I say that right?
Yep.
I
Hmm.
know Tribeca's super high end, like all that stuff. And she's like,
Taylor Swift lives in Tribeca. Like, girl, it's not up and coming
right, right. And so I get why Aaron is like, dude, girl, like I totally get it because she says stupid stuff where it's giving entitlement. Like, what do you mean Tribeca is up and coming? It's there, it's beyond. Just because you don't live there doesn't mean it's not. And just like Aaron said, it's like the highest paying zip code to live in. So, I don't know. I was just like, she's too much. She says stupid stuff. And it's because she's trying to like give a dig at Aaron, but then you sound ridiculous, like you're jealous.
Yeah. Yeah. That was so bizarre.
I wish we had more restaurants like that, but then I feel like we do, I guess in Birmingham, but I just don't leave my house, so never mind.
I
But
think a lot of people just don't go out and have like coffee at like a
yeah, yeah, that's
Tuesday
so
at
not
11 a.m.,
normal. Yeah, that's so not normal here. Unless like you work in that area, you're not going to actually go and do
which
that.
I do, which is really nice.
Yeah, she works there and I like work in my home in my bedroom, so there that's fun. So Jessel said that she wanted to check with Aaron. That's why they're meeting up to see if everything's good. And Aaron says she doesn't really understand Jessel and it makes her uncomfortable. And I just want to point out that Aaron has been the star of the show. She is in every single scene and I'm loving it because Aaron's my favorite.
Wow, really?
Yeah, she really is. Jessel tells Aaron she basically doesn't support women because Aaron didn't know that Jessel was out of maternity leave. And like Aaron said, they're just both very different people. Aaron was being nice with Jessel, and Jessel was like, I don't want fake friends. I don't know what it was. Aaron was like, I just feel like we're different. And then Jessel was like, yeah, same. I don't want fake friends. I don't want. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just
Yeah,
so defensive.
Jessel came in hard, and like she like basically like walked out of there making it seem like we're not gonna be friends because I don't want fake friends. And it's like, whoa, like pump the brakes. Like this is a coffee.
Yes.
Like let's figure out what's happening so we can
Yeah.
be friends.
Yeah, it's just like a lot of insecurities pouring out. And then, I like that Bryn and Sai met up with Aaron because they heard, I think, Jessel's side at this point, but they know they want to hear Aaron's side. And they all agree like something's up with Jessel. Who is
Which
Jessel friends with, like in real life outside of the show? Who did I forgot, did she have a connection with or something?
it seemed like Bryn because like Bryn like knows her kids and
Bryn
like
and Sai, maybe? Yeah.
yeah, it seemed like it was them three.
Yeah. And then we go to the cocktail event. So what do we think about that?
Okay, that was not casual.
Yeah, well, I think she did that. I think she said casual on purpose so that they
Set
could
the
come in.
expectations low.
Set it exactly. So she wanted to set the expectation low, and then when you come in, it's like, yep, this is how a casual party works here.
Like because damn, I'd be so excited to walk into them, be like, let me get that food, let me get the cocktail, thank you.
So you think that it was like up to par and everything?
Oh, absolutely, it was beautiful.
Because she talks a lot of crap. I mean, I guess I expected that just because just the way she acted at Aaron's house, that I'm like, this has to be above and
Yeah, it was
beyond.
beautiful. And then what pissed me off about the whole thing was so Jenna doesn't come, and remember at the table they asked,
Yeah.
Jenna's like, I think I have something. So Jenna doesn't come, but what Jenna is doing is she's putting up Christmas trees with her son, and she's at her house and she has like this private chef, making them food, which is just so hilarious how these people live.
I can't.
Like must be
Like,
nice.
come on. Okay, but come on.
I mean, if you got it, this.
Yeah, I
But
guess if you have money, then it's like, why not? So I can't talk that much crap because if I had it, like if I really, really had it, then it's like, why not do that?
yeah, all of these things are just hilarious to me when we watch them. That's why I love the Housewives because it's just not normal. So yeah, so Jenna's having this like chef. She has her son there. Putting up this Christmas tree, and but she didn't tell them that she like was doing this. Like I think she told them she had an event.
Right.
So they all call her and they're like, hey, where are you doing? And so they're on FaceTime with her and she shows them like I'm, putting up a Christmas tree. And so you can see like some of the girls are like, why did she lie about that? But I thought it was weird if she did see event. I don't think she did. She just said, I think I have something and I'm gonna let you know. But what she had was just she wanted to hang out with her son because her son is away from college and he's coming back around Christmas time and she just wanted to have that beautiful moment.
What did you think about that? Like, could she not have done a different day or done
No, I think who cares? It was just an event that like, it's a work event. She doesn't want to go. She wants to hang out with her son.
Yeah.
And she did say, and she had her goddaughters there. And she's like, this is the only time I could have made it work.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if that's the only time, then that's completely okay.
Yeah.
So you
But
think Jessel was
it was Bryn and like Bryn was making it like, why did she lie? They were like kind of like,
I
adding
feel
fuel to the
like
fire.
the problem with this show is that it's so big and they have to be so petty about every last detail because the show has been on TV, so it's not like as authentic where it's like you get a little bit more mad. I think when they watch back, they're going to be like, yeah, we're morons for even making it anything else.
Yes. I love holiday time I love when Bravo shoots
Love
holiday
it.
time. And I
Mhm.
love, and I do think New York is a good one because New York is beautiful, but I
Love
wish they would
it.
go back to Jersey with it. And they have done Beverly Hills holiday time too, which is always
I know
nice.
with Jersey, they're gonna for sure have Halloween, but like, I just wish
What's
they had
Halloween?
Christmas. I know. I love Halloween. Oh, you guys, I did hello, I put my Halloween stuff up. I haven't finished, but I put a
Ew,
lot of my
you are
Halloween stuff out.
gross and you need to go back and like, don't piss me off.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I know. I did get some messages where people were like, "Girl," and I'm like, "This is me. I put Halloween stuff in August as soon."
No, okay, do August like 29th. Like why like when the kids go back or going back to school, don't do it. We still have summer.
I bought my kids summer. What kind of terrible summer? I need fall. This has been the worst summer of my life. And I bought my kids their Christmas, or I mean their Halloween costumes, except Jack. I need to buy him one. And so yeah, I'm all done. I need to start doing my DIY Halloween stuff. I love Halloween. Go follow me on
But I'm the
at.
one that has the Halloween parties.
I know. Okay, but you have like adult parties. Like I love these things for my children. If you guys go look at my Instagram account at minimal-ish_mom, and you will see how extra I am with Halloween. Actually, I'll make stuff about my story because I love Halloween. Chantel did have a Halloween party last year. She did a great job, and thank God she gave me. What did you give me? You gave me the stuff. What is it?
Oh, like an
Yeah,
arch
you know those
board.
like expensive arch. See, this is wait, is it arch or arc?
Arch.
Okay, those arch boards. So this is how like Chantel is that my cousin has this company and she charges all of us because like of course she's gonna charge us. And Chantel is so like the popular one in my family that Chantel throws a Halloween party and my cousin makes her these arch boards and gives it all for free. And I
No,
was like,
first of all, let's add context to the story. I worked there for 4.5 years, making her business what it needed to be.
damn, I'm gonna tell Nicole you said that because
No,
she's
I'm
gonna be
saying
like,
like
she's
no,
gonna be
I'm
like,
saying
what? And she's gonna get
no.
mad.
I didn't make her business what it needs to be, but like I was her assistant basically. So like I helped her. I was there for her when
But
she
it
was getting
doesn't matter, she
married.
still charges you and stuff, so, like, I was like, when I found and those, like, boards, like, they charge an arm and a leg.
I
I mean,
think I did pay for it, but
I
it was like I paid for like the
no, you
cost.
didn't. No,
Yeah,
you
I did. I paid
didn't.
for the
No,
cost.
because Uncle Sahar was like, "You don't have to pay for it."
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, because you told me, you called me, you were like, "Yeah, I didn't have to pay," and I was like, "Are you kidding?" Granted, for Jack's birthday, she gave me a really good discount, but still, like, I was just like, of course, Chantel gets these expensive as arch boards for free. But shout out to Chantel because she gave it to me this year, and I'm gonna like bring it up, and my kids are gonna it's Halloween vibes. I'll show you guys it,
Did you
but
take my little haunted house too?
yeah, I did.
Wow, you're
Yeah,
so
you gave
lucky.
it to me, yeah, so, okay, relax, but see, like, as soon as Chantel starts having kids too, I'm about to give her all my kids' stuff, so it's like, you're lucky, okay? So,
Yeah.
there's that. But yeah, I'm liking Real Houses of New York, it's petty, but I like it, and I don't know why I'm not an OG New York person, but I have watched, like, the OG, and I just feel like these girls are showing a different vibe of New York, and I like that.
Yeah, it's a different flair. This one they needed. I mean, I
I
think they could
think
have
I
brought some
think
of these people in with the old ones, but then who
or
knows?
just like change the title. Like it doesn't have to be the Real Houses of New York. Just call it New York Ladies. I don't know. It didn't have to just be like part of the Real Housewives franchise, but I guess that helps with like viewers. So, yeah. Anyways, that's all we got for today. Tomorrow we have the Leanne Locken interview that we're going to put up. Listen to it, please. I promise to respond to your guys' DMs. And Chantel, do you have anything else you want to cover?
No, I am all set.
Thank you guys for listening. We hope you have an amazing rest of the week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.